What's up, y'all? Got a good one for you today. It might piss some people off, but it has to be said. Our parents, grandparents, great grandparents, family, uncle, forefathers, ancestors, they did the best they could. They taught us the best they could. They taught us sincerely, but they taught us sincerely wrong. Now, was that everything that they said, everything that they instilled, everything? No. Some things were good. Most of it was bullshit. Okay? And we do this crazy thing where we think that because our parents, our grandparents, because our forefathers, because it's in our culture, that we're supposed to keep it going. As opposed to looking at it, analyzing it and saying, does this work for me? Does this work right now? This may have worked in the 50s, 60s, 1800s, 1700s. It may have worked back then, but does it work now? In current times and in the current world we're living in. And if the answer is no, let that shit go. Let the church say amen. You don't understand. If it no longer works, it's got to go. But we get into the dogma of that's what grandmama said. That's what my I hear people all the time, well, my father told me this, or my grandfather told me this, or my daddy or my uncle told me this. And it's like, so? Who are they? What do they know? You're going by it. It's like so many times people take authority as truth as opposed. So many times people take authority as truth when it should be truth should be the authority. Meaning this person who's an uncle, grandfather, great-grandfather, ancestor, notable person in our society, right? They said something and we take it as a truth because they were this, great, poignant person. They may be great at one thing. That don't mean that they're great. Nobody is great 100% of the time or in every subject. They might have been a great inventor, but when it comes to giving life advice, they suck. And our parents may give us great advice on one particular thing. They may give you some life advice in terms of relationships or in terms of this, and that may work for you. But because of that, and because they're a parent, you think that everything they say works. Nah, son. And people talk a lot about generational curses. Oh, these generational curses, this generational curses, breaking generational curses. But then they'll say things like, I saw Bun B say this. Check it out.
Oh, yeah. And I don't understand this idea of being raised a certain way, constantly telling people that the way you was raised made you how you were. And then you refuse to instill any of that into your children.
This idea that because your parents raised you a certain way, you're supposed to keep the same thing. That is the most, and I like Bun B, but that is some of the most god awful crap I've ever heard in my life. You're supposed to take what your parents did, analyze it, and say, does this work? Does this work now? Does this work with this generation? Does this work? And if not, let it go. You can't just say, oh, my parents did it, so I'm going to do it. That's ridiculous. What if your parent was a fucking retard? I know that. I know. How dare you say? I'm not saying that they were, but yo, man, a lot of times parents didn't know. Our parents didn't know what the fuck they was doing. They just did the best they could. So what's happening is that to just keep something going, That's the culture. My father did it, so I'm going to do it. My father ate this, so I'm going to do it. My father, whatever. My mama did this, so I'm going to do it. That's culture. That becomes a part of your culture. They dance like this, I'm going to dance like this. That's what culture is. And a lot of times when people are talking about generational curses, what they're really talking about is generational culture. Your culture does the same thing over and over again. Your culture has the same financial practices. Your culture has the same eating habits. Your culture makes a certain type of music. Your culture does this. Your culture does that. And you keep it going. So when you keep the same generational culture going, you get the same results. Do what you always did, get what you always got. So there is no curse of there is no generational curse. There's generational culture. Change your culture. And what is culture? Because people really don't know what the hell culture is. It's simple. Culture is the things that you do on a regular basis, time and time and time again. All right. And the people around you do the same thing, and that becomes your culture. And even within that is subculture. This thing of ours, it's the things that you do. That's your culture. The food that you eat, the music you listen to, your values, the things that you do, that's your culture. Everybody has a culture, and there's subcultures. If you got a boyfriend, girlfriend, y'all been together 4 years, y'all have a culture. On Friday nights, we go and eat fish and spaghetti. On Saturdays, we go shopping. On Sundays, we get up and go to some, goofy guy trying to tell you how to live your life, and he not even living the same way, called church. You know what I'm saying? On Wednesdays, we watch Netflix. On Thursdays, we fuck. It's a culture. It's the things that you do. Change generational culture, you will get rid of generational curses. That's all I have for you today. I'm Gary. This is the diary of an outlier. And I'm out. Peace.